There is a moment in everyone's life when they suddenly realize that their mind has been quietly shaping their reality, long before they understood how it truly works. A moment when you look back and ask yourself, why did I make that decision? Why did I stay in that situation for so long? Why did I react that way, even when I knew it wasn't good for me? Why do certain fears, doubts, or thoughts feel so powerful, even if they make no sense? The truth is simple. Your mind runs on hidden patterns, invisible shortcuts created by millions of years of evolution, rules and tendencies that operate in the background, influencing how you think, how you feel, and how you behave, without asking for your permission. Today, we will uncover those patterns. Today, we walk into the engine room of the mind. This video is not just information. It is a mirror, a moment of awareness, a chance to understand why you see the world the way you do, and more importantly, how to change it. Because once you understand the psychological biases that influence your life, you gain the power to reprogram your decisions, rewrite your mindset, and ultimately, reshape your future. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and allow yourself to enter this journey not just with your mind, but with your full attention. Let's begin. Confirmation bias. You see what you expect to see. Imagine you believe someone doesn't like you. Suddenly, every small expression, every pause in the conversation, every tiny detail becomes proof. Why? Because your mind is not searching for the truth. It's searching for consistency. It wants the world to match what you already believe. This is confirmation bias, the tendency to notice only the information that supports your existing beliefs. It's the reason people stay stuck. It's why arguments never end. It's why personal growth is so hard. Your mind filters reality, not to help you grow, but to help you feel right. How to reprogram it? Ask yourself, if I were wrong, what evidence would prove it? This one question opens a door to clarity, humility, and true awareness. Availability bias. What you remember feels like the truth. If you hear about plane crashes often, you believe they are common. If you constantly see success online, you believe everyone is ahead of you. If something emotional happened recently, your mind treats it as important, even if it's not. Availability bias is the mind's tendency to judge reality based on what is easiest to recall, not what is accurate. Your mind prefers quick over correct, emotional over rational, familiar over truthful. This bias can make you fear the wrong things and ignore the things that truly matter. How to reprogram it? Ask yourself, is this true or just memorable? Real wisdom begins when emotion is separated from fact. Anchoring. The first information controls your mind. The first price you hear changes how every other price feels. The first impression shapes your entire perception of a person. The first feedback you receive influences your self-image for years. This is anchoring. Your mind latches onto the first piece of information, and everything else is interpreted around it. And that has consequences. You may think something is expensive only because of the first number you saw. You may underestimate someone because of one early moment. You may underestimate yourself because of something someone said long ago. How to reprogram it? Whenever something feels too much, too little, too good, or too bad, ask, compared to what? You'll be surprised how often the anchor, not the truth, shaped your reaction. Choice blindness. You think you know why you chose something, but you don't. Most people believe they understand their choices. They believe they know why they picked a certain job, why they fell for a certain person, why they bought something, why they reacted in a certain way. But the truth is shocking. The mind often decides first and explains later. Choice blindness is the phenomenon where people justify decisions they actually didn't fully control or understand. Experiments show that when someone's choice is secretly swapped, they often defend the choice as if it was their own. It's not dishonesty, it's psychology. Your mind hates admitting uncertainty, so it creates explanations to protect your identity. How to reprogram it? Ask yourself, did I choose this, or did I just go with what felt easiest? Most people don't choose their lives. They accept the default options. Be the exception. Negativity bias. The mind loves problems more than solutions. Your mind pays more attention to criticism than compliments. It remembers failure more vividly than success. It notices threats faster than opportunities. Why? Because survival was more important than happiness. Your brain evolved to detect danger, not joy, not growth, not potential. This is why. One negative comment outweighs 10 positive ones. One failure feels heavier than 5 victories. One rejection hurts more than acceptance heals. One fear can overshadow 100 peaceful moments. You are not broken. Your mind is simply protecting you the way it was designed to thousands of years ago. How to reprogram it? Ask yourself daily, what 3 things went right today? Repetition rewires the emotional center of the brain. Slowly, the mind learns that you are not living in a dangerous world, and it allows you to grow. Status quo bias. The mind prefers the familiar over the better. Have you ever stayed in a job you hated simply because change felt uncomfortable? Or remained in a relationship far longer than you should have just because it felt familiar? Or avoided a big decision even when you knew it could improve your life? That is status quo bias. The mind overvalues what is familiar and undervalues what is new. Not because the familiar is better, but because it feels safer. Your mind asks, what if the change is worse? What if I fail? What if I regret it? But it rarely asks, what if staying the same is the real danger? How to reprogram it? Whisper this to yourself whenever fear of change appears. Discomfort is not danger. Growth begins exactly where comfort ends. The effect heuristic. You decide with emotions, then justify with logic. Humans like to believe they are rational creatures. But the truth is simple. You feel first, you think second. If something feels safe, you believe it is safe. If something feels risky, you believe it is risky. If someone gives you a good vibe, you trust them, even without evidence. Your emotions shape your judgment long before logic gets involved. This is the effect heuristic, the tendency to let emotions make decisions disguised as rational thoughts. How to reprogram it? Whenever you judge something quickly, ask, is this logic or just a feeling wearing a mask? Awareness breaks the illusion. The halo effect. One good trait makes everything look better. If someone is attractive, you assume they are kind. If someone speaks confidently, you assume they are capable. If someone seems successful, you assume they are wise. This is the halo effect, the mind's tendency to let one positive characteristic shape all the others. It's dangerous because it leads to trusting the wrong people, underestimating yourself, overcrediting others, misjudging competence. People are complex. One shining trait is not the whole person. How to reprogram it? Ask, what evidence supports the rest of my assumptions? Clarity starts when admiration stops blinding you. The horn effect. One negative detail overshadows everything. If the halo effect makes you see someone as better than they are, the horn effect does the opposite. One flaw, one mistake, one awkward moment, one negative trait, and suddenly the entire person becomes bad, incompetent, untrustworthy, or not worth your time. But here is the uncomfortable truth. You have judged others this way, and others have judged you this way. Humans are not equations. Nobody is entirely good or entirely bad. People are chapters, not headlines. How to reprogram it? Ask yourself, if this person had one positive trait, would it change my view? This breaks the mental shortcut and forces you to see the whole human, not just the flaw. The Dunning-Kruger effect. When you know little, you think you know a lot. One of the most dangerous illusions of the mind. People with little knowledge often overestimate themselves. People with deep knowledge often underestimate themselves. Why? Because when you know little, you don't know what you don't know. The world appears simple. You feel confident. You feel certain. But as you learn more, you begin to see complexity. You realize how much there is to master, and confidence drops. This is why beginners often feel bold and experts feel humble. How to reprogram it? Repeat this truth. Confidence is not competence. Seek growth, not validation.
Sunk cost fallacy. You keep going because you already started. You've done this many times, stayed in a relationship because you've been together for years, stayed in a job because you've already invested so much time, continued a project because you've worked too hard to quit now. The sunk cost fallacy is one of the most powerful traps of the human mind. You confuse investment with value. You confuse history with future. You confuse effort with purpose. Just because you've spent a long time making a mistake doesn't mean you need to continue it. How to reprogram it? Ask, if I started today, would I still choose this? If the answer is no, you know what to do. The self-serving bias. You protect your ego. Without realizing it, when things go well, you credit yourself. When things go poorly, you blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck. This is not arrogance, it is instinct. Your mind protects your identity the way your immune system protects your body. But there is a cost. You stop learning. You avoid accountability. You repeat the same mistakes. You sabotage your potential. How to reprogram it? Ask yourself, what part of this is my responsibility? Responsibility is not blame. Responsibility is power. Conclusion. Let's take a moment and breathe in everything you've just learned. Every bias we explored is a window into your inner world, a pattern written into your psychology long before you could control it, long before you were even aware of it. These biases are not your enemies. They are not flaws. They are survival tools, outdated automatic programs built to protect you. But now, you have something more powerful than instinct: awareness. And with awareness comes choice. And with choice comes transformation. Imagine for a moment the version of you who masters these biases, the version who sees clearly, who chooses intentionally, who acts from strength, not fear, who builds a life consciously, not accidentally. that version of you who is not far away. It begins with small shifts, with new questions, with a deeper understanding of how your mind works. You have already taken the first step. And once the mind expands, it can never shrink back to its old limits. Welcome to the mastery of mindset. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. It helps more than you can imagine. And if you want more deep psychology and mindset content, don't forget to follow the channel. Now I want to hear from you. Comment below what topic you want me to cover in the next video. Your ideas shape this channel. See you in the next one.